Okay, welcome my eighth graders. All right, so here we go with this week's lesson. This is the week after spring break. So this week you'll be doing two lessons from Edgenuity. I wanted to guide you through these two, and the first one being Robert Frost's A Road Not Taken. So it's a poem. We'll talk a little bit about that one. And then there's Gary Soto's short story, what's it? Broken Chain. All right, so you got to read Broken Chain and Road Not Taken, and both of these are your assignments for the week. Complete all the exercises within. You can redo and get the right answers on the instructional part, the assignments, but make sure that you're prepared for that quiz and you do well on the quiz. Beyond doing well on the quiz and getting a grade on the assignment and all that, seriously, these videos are your teachers. Okay, we are in a situation where I'm not there with you every day. I'm going to talk a little bit here in this video and help you guys out to some extent. But your real teacher is the video, the teacher that is instructing you through that particular lesson and those skills and how you should be thinking about reading. Remember, this isn't just for enjoyment. Okay, we're going to talk about the poem. I love that poem and I love Gary Soto also. So, that's the part where I can help talk to you about it, but the teacher is teaching. So please listen to what the teacher is talking about. Take notes if necessary. If we were in the classroom, you would be taking notes on these stories. You'd be thinking to yourself and writing things down so that you could remember these things that you learned today. So take the time to take it seriously. All right. My first step in talking about the road not taken is the way that it's normally perceived from the world and people that only read a segment of it. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. When you hear those lines, you think that, oh, two roads, I took this choice, and yay, that was the best choice. This is the right choice to go this way. The poem isn't so much about that. It's about this part where it divides and where that decision of should I go this way or should I go that way. And once you make that choice, looking back and I wonder what could have been that way. I wonder what else. So that thought process of what else could have laid along the other road, you won't know. Okay, so there's a bit of regret in that. There's, that mental anguish of thinking to what could have been, but you made a choice. And it doesn't mean regret. It doesn't mean wrong. And so, again, to tie it back to what we are doing with COVID and with distance learning here is you guys are at a crossroads and you guys need to decide whether you're going to go down the path of teaching yourself, putting effort, putting thought. This is probably more work on you because it's your own motivation. It's not me standing there making sure that you're paying attention. So are you going to pay attention? Are you going to put your mind to it and try to learn from these things? I hope that you do. And I think you'll get some good stuff from the poem. And all right, I won't go so much into Gary Soto's Broken Chain, but Gary Soto himself, great writer, cool writer. I mean, I think you'll see some humor. He's Mexican-American. You'll see some, the dual cultural Hispanic-American living there with, his parents and the abuelos and all that. So there's a lot to gain from that short story. And again, pay attention to your teacher in the video. So those the skills that you're learning there about belonging. I think we talked about this early in the year, also about identity and belonging and cultural awareness and where you fit in as this or that. So the story has a good bit to do with all of that. All right, we'll be in touch throughout the week. Do those two lessons and communicate with me on Remind. As I said in the first video, I did set up on Microsoft Teams. So we have our class there. I haven't posted anything on there for you guys yet, but as this week goes on, I'll start posting on there. And now additional assignments. You know what? While we're at this, let me add on there for you as well as your parents. I'm not sure what the mindset is as far as everyone and how much you want to get out of your education right now. I mean, life is complicated, all right? So whether you're worried about what groceries you have or someone in your family getting sick or things like that, I know there's real life stuff that's going on right now that might diminish your attention, effort, and ability to do your best at school. I get it. All right, I'm not going to overwhelm you guys. I think 2 lessons of ingenuity. Ooh, and this seems like a good time to mention iReady. We're done. Done with iReady. Okay, so you don't need to do iReady anymore. The FSAs are gone. So it's not so much that we're doing iReady in preparation for the FSA. It's really just learning for your own sake. I want you to do these 2 Edgenuity assignments. I'm not going to overwhelm you with much more beyond that. Video lessons, things like that. Heck, this might end up being a video lesson that you know, the type of thing that I expect you to watch and invest your time to this. But if you just do the Edgenuity for now, if this goes on through the rest of the year, I may need to supplement with other assignments, writing assignments. Edgenuity is doing great for mostly for your reading comprehension, but we're not doing a whole lot for writing. We'll see how we progress in the next couple of weeks and see if we focus more on writing in some other format. But I think it's going to be not an overwhelming amount for you, and hopefully you still learn a good bit. All right, communicate with me if you need me, and get to work, people.